Hey TGIM, before I started writing my book coach, Steve Siebold, told me to take the first month and write my personal history. Take 20 to 30 to 45 minutes a day, just writing about, you were born, talk about your parents, your siblings, like your experiences throughout your life. And the power of this exercise is things come up that you've totally forgotten about. And you'll see these small pivots in your life that have led you to where you are. And I had a couple. One was my ninth grade basketball tryouts. So I loved basketball. I played all the time. My eighth grade year was massively disappointing. I didn't get along with the coach. I rode the bench. I hardly played. It was super frustrating. And so we got a new coach. It's ninth grade. The tryouts are 2 weeks long. They're super intense, lots of pressure. And I'm on the cut line to make the team. We're getting towards the end. I remember walking down the hallway of my school and my ego was getting me sucked into quitting. And this idea popped into my head where it was like, you can just be the team manager and, you can help out and you'll have something to do and you'll be around the team and, you take all this pressure off of you. And I was really getting sucked into doing the easy thing. And then I snapped out of it. And I remember telling myself, no, I'm not doing that. And thank God, because I barely made the team, but I really stepped up and became a key player with a very successful team. We won the championship our ninth grade year. And then that led into high school. And, I always had to overcome not being the most gifted athlete, but I had, a fairly successful high school basketball career that, I'm still proud of, that I stepped up. And so that came into that personal history interview and just I'm like, oh my God, if I would have done that, quitting would have become a habit. If I would have gotten the habit of taking and doing the comfortable thing, who knows where my life would be, right? And then my senior year in college, I'm interviewing for Big Six public accounting jobs. I have a lot of offers. Pride is getting in the way. And my last interview was with Arthur Anderson. And the interview, it went okay. I didn't really like the interviewer. We didn't, mesh very well. But one of the key things is if you want to get the next interview, you need to send a thank you note to the interviewer. And I remember I was at my job. I'm getting ready to write this thank you note. And I was 50-50 on whether I was going to do it or not. My ego was like, you don't need to. You got multiple offers. You don't like them. You don't like her. And I was getting sucked into not doing it, taking the comfortable route, but I snapped out of it. And I just said, just send it. And I did the thing that was uncomfortable. I did the thing that I didn't want to do that went against my ego. Thank God, because that's the job I got. That's where I spent 7 years. That's where I met my first wife. It's the reason why I have 2 kids today that are phenomenal. I love them very much. But that little thank you note, if I wouldn't have sent that, they wouldn't have invited me back. I wouldn't have the life that I have today. So this stuff is powerful. Do this exercise, personal history, for a couple reasons. Right? As you're doing it, if you're sitting there going, well, what have I done? All that, your ego's going to talk you out of it, right? No, start writing, start getting this stuff down, right? Don't, one of the reasons I wrote my book was I didn't want to go to my grave without passing on some significant wisdom to my kids and my grandkids. You don't need to write a book with this. Maybe you will want to write a book with it, but at least have your personal history and you can update it along the way. Pass this to your kids, pass this to your grandkids, right? There's big lessons in there for them that you want to pass on. And then also there's lessons for you of man, here's some keys to success, right? these are some keys that have popped, so anytime I want to do the easy thing or the comfortable thing, right? I've gotten in the habit of like not paying attention to my ego and shifting. So anyway, great exercise. Please do it. Your family will appreciate you for doing it. You'll appreciate yourself for doing it. Just do 10, 15, 20 minutes a day, man. Start getting that stuff on paper. It's powerful. Okay, do it.